Because we're going to talk about hygiene today, I would like to introduce you to the goddess of hygiene, and her name is Hygeia. Hygeia was the Greek goddess of health, and the word hygiene is derived from her name. It's most commonly associated with cleanliness, but it's also associated with the preventative practices that maintain one's health, such as a moderate and healthy diet, regular exercise, clean air and clean water, and emotional and mental balance. So, this goddess, Hygeia, she made hygiene important in the Greek days. So, hygiene is very important. Your health is one of the most important things you have. It's more important than money. It's more important than anything else you have. So if you had to choose between health and wealth, which is money, and wisdom, surely you would not be able to do anything with wisdom or with wealth, which is money, if you don't have any health, right? So health is super important. So Hygeia had a father, and her father's name was Asclepius. And Asclepius was the god of healing. And he actually has a very interesting story. He was a healer, and he upset Hades, the ruler of the underworld. He upset Hades so much that Hades went to Zeus and asked him and begged him to kill Asclepius. He said, "This man is robbing me of my entire population. There will be no more people in the underworld if you let him continue his work." And I read another myth about him, also a Greek myth, that Asclepius was raising people from the dead, and that he actually raised one of Zeus's children from the dead. So Zeus was very fond of Asclepius, and out of admiration for him, he aimed a lightning bolt at him, shot him, and in that moment he immortalized him so that Asclepius could become the god of healing and that he would be able to live in the heavens for all eternity. So Hygeia's father is the god of healing, which means people that are sick can go to him and he will heal them. But Hygeia plays a more important role in a sense, because everyone can go to her, sick people and healthy people, because nobody wants to become sick or become more sick. So everyone would ask her for her guidance and for her support in their journey in becoming healthier and maintaining their health and their hygiene. So she's a very important goddess in those times. She was very important. So as you can see, there are some snakes in these pictures. Even in the first picture we see of Hygeia, and that is because snakes play a very important role when it comes to health and to healing. And this you can also see in Asclepius's picture, and also in Asclepius's constellation. In his constellation, he is holding a snake, so that forms part of his healing, and her healing is also then represented by the snake. Snakes can also be seen in symbols of medical professions. So as you can see, there's one for the vet. So if you take your animal to the vet, have a look and see if you can see the snake in the sign. So snakes are associated with healing and health and good hygiene. Symbol of life also has a picture of the snake. And if you look at this one right here, this is also a staff held by the god Hermes. There we go. Look at his staff. He's got the two serpents, the staff in the middle, and it's exactly the same. Two serpents with the staff in the middle. And this is a medical profession sign. Right. So I think I mentioned that health is so very important. And back in the day, back in the day, I say, but in the Greek days, or in the days of Greek gods, where people believed in Greek gods and worshipped Greek gods, people would write letters to Hygeia to ask her to bless them. They would ask for blessings, and they would ask her to dwell among them so that they may help them keep their health, and they would ask her to protect their children. So there was a lot of hope that was seen in the goddess Hygeia, and I think this is quite appropriate for what we are going through right now, because we need to maintain such high levels of hygiene and preventative measures to make sure that our health and our immune systems are as good as they can be. So just to recap, what she represents is not only cleanliness but also preventative practices, which means that you maintain your health through moderate and healthy diets. So moderate diet means that you don't eat all 3 bags of popcorn at once. Moderate means you only eat a little bit of the food that you want to eat, right? And then healthy diet means you don't just eat chocolate for dinner, even though you just eat a little bit. It must be a little bit of healthy food, right? And I say a little bit, but I mean just as much as you need, not to overeat. Then next up is regular exercise. So what does regular mean? Well, there are many different ideas about what regular is, but most people agree to 3 times a week. But I think it is good to get some sort of exercise every day. You don't have to exercise vigorously. You don't have to sweat too much. Just moving, just getting your body moving. It's very good for your health. Not just your physical health, but also your mental health. Right. Clean air and clean water. It's very good to maintain your health. Emotional and mental balance. These two are extremely important. And lots of people don't put enough emphasis on these 2 things for your physical health. You need to be emotionally happy or emotionally healthy and mentally healthy. So there's the balance. They speak about balance. And this can be achieved through many different ways. Exercise is one of the ways that you can work on your mental balance. Because if you just sit all day and you work, and there's no exercise or moving around or getting some fresh air, your mental health will take a hit. You will become exhausted just by sitting and doing nothing all day. Right. So we will be looking at how to maintain good hygiene and how to stay healthy, all round healthy, not just eating your vegetables every day healthy. Right, so let me just end with the picture of Hygeia holding her snake and feeding it some water. And I hope you enjoyed the story of the goddess of health. I really enjoyed reading about her and learning about her. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.